So we're gonna get into those hips in under 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and put our hands on our hips and start with some circles. And while you're circling, just start to think about your breath gently coming in and out of your nose, just to help kind of calm that nervous system. Great, let's go the other direction. Keeping that breath nice and light and just trying to get these circles to be as smooth as you can get them. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna go into some leg swing. So go ahead and hold on to a chair. Place your right foot down and we're gonna swing inside the left hip. So we're just letting that leg go forward and back. Nothing too serious. It's not a high kick. We're not trying to reach any goals with our foot. And our goal is to keep our pelvis pretty stable and get some movement inside the hip socket. Yes, good. Now from here, let's go ahead and go across the body. So flex the foot, soften the knee, sweep across and out. And on this one as well, right? We're not trying to let the upper body wiggle around too much. And we're actually getting a little work in those hips. You feeling them light up a little bit? I certainly am. Great, now we're gonna open and close. So we're gonna take the knee, lift it up and send it open, and then close. And just move inside that hip socket. Movement is our oil can. That's what I was gonna say. So we are lubricating and moving in those joints. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go heel to toe. So heel to toe with the feet, and we're gonna send the left arm up to the sky. Try to drop that left shoulder. And now let's think about the ribs, trying to lift up and go up and over to the right. Let your right ear fall to your right shoulder. Already that's feeling pretty nice, but we're gonna add on to it. We're gonna soften at the left elbow, and we're gonna imagine that someone's trying to take this left elbow and pull it up and over a little bit more. All right, now we're really getting into the good stuff there. That feels great. I'm gonna add on to it. I'm gonna send my hips gently to the left, maybe a centimeter. I don't wanna fall here. But now I'm getting that really awesome stretch down the side of the body. Nice. Let's move a little bit. So I'm gonna round and reach towards the ground. That feels great between my shoulder blades. And then I'm gonna open up to the sky, open up my chest. Let's do that 2 more times. Feel free to explore in this range of motion a little bit. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. This is all about just what feels good in your body. And we're taking it over and bringing it back up to the top. Okay, now we're going to go into a little hip stretch, a piriformis stretch. We're gonna flex the left foot and place it on top of the right thigh. And then you want that knee to really open up as much as you can. Now I'm gonna place both hands onto my chair for some stability. And from here, we're gonna crease. Think about creasing at the front of your hips, keeping your spine nice and long as you melt back into that stretch. I'm losing my foot a little bit, so I'm gonna bring it up. So I'm gonna keep thinking about this left knee trying to fall towards the ground, and then just wiggle your tail a little to the right and then a little to the left. Do you feel how that kind of deepens the stretch? We're working into the hip. Now it's really common, I'll see people be like, I gotta get low, but you don't have to get low. We wanna focus on length and really working into the hip here. So try to think about your tailbone almost reaching long and away and your spine being really long, and then melting deeper into the hip creases. Good, one more breath here. And come on up, let's shake it out, and let's do the other side. So let's go into the leg sweep first. So we're gonna go forward and back through the right hip first. And when that leg goes back in space, you're gonna feel that glute turn on. You're gonna feel a little opening through the front of the hip flexor there. Just getting that movement there. Great. Now let's go across the body. So soften at the knee, flex the foot, go across the body and then open. Get into those outer hips. Get some strength building there in addition to this movement. And then let's open and close. Nice, and continue to try to keep that breath light in and out of your nose as we move here. Now let's go heel to toe. So I'm gonna rearrange here. Heel to toe like I'm on a balance beam. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Right shoulder sinks down. Inner thighs are gluing towards each other to hold me and support me here. Now I'm gonna lift my ribs up and over and let that left ear fall to the left shoulder. Soften at the right elbow. And then feel as though someone's trying to pull that right arm up and over. Lean your hips a little to the right. Woo! And if it feels good, let's move it. Take it down and up. And down and up. One more time. Maybe down and up, or maybe you're circling your arm, whatever feels good here. Let's take it back one more time and bring it up. Great. Let's hit that hip stretch. So from here, we're gonna flex at the right knee, right ankle. Knee is opening out to the side. We're gonna keep our spine long as we sit back, creasing into the hips. Wiggle your tail a little more to the right. That kind of helps level those hips out, because I think the tendency is just to kind of let the hips fall to the left. So to square those hips up, let's wiggle the tail to the right a little bit. Deepening in the hip creases, go a little deeper if you can. Try to find some relaxation here, some softening of the breath. And come on up. Great, shake it out. And then we're gonna do a little combo here. So I'm gonna flip my chair around, and I'm gonna bring my hands down onto the chair, relax the shoulders, step back. Feet can be about hip distance, and we're gonna lower our heels and lift our tailbone. Almost as if someone's kind of taking a belt around our hips and strapping them up to the sky here. So we're really trying to lift up out of those hips and allow your heart and your head to just kind of melt towards the ground. Then let's bend one knee then the other. And just wiggle those hips around. Maybe even look under one armpit. Just let everything kind of move here. Open up, pedal through the feet. Now walk your feet to the center, and we are gonna step our right foot forward to the outside of the chair, coming into a lunge position. I'm gonna place my left hand in the center of the chair, and what I'm doing with my left leg is I'm really stretching through the heel and drawing that pubic bone up towards my shoulder blades so I can work through the front of that left hip flexor. From here, let's sweep that right arm forward, twist the ribs, reach away, and come around. It feels really good, opening up through that hip flexor. Good, and just let it feel good. Swirl it around. Let's do two more. Fantastic, one more. Oh, that feels so good. Let's bring it back. Take it back to your downward dog. Take a quick little stretch. And let's head forward for the left. So the left foot is forward. We're gonna drop that right hip, reach to the right heel, draw the pubic bone up. Let's swirl that left arm around, twisting up the ribs to deepen the stretch in the hip. And if you ever take a yoga class and you're like, the floor is just too low for me, grab a chair. They can totally help you out. Last thing here, send it back. Bend your knees a whole bunch. Let your hands come to the ground. Let your head be heavy. And now let's engage the belly. Roll ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders up, back and down. Stack your head. Let's finish with an inhale, both arms up. Relax into that exhale, press the walls away, and stay nice and tall. And I hope you feel good for the rest of your day.